everyone, and happy Sunday, and welcome to week 3 of our grade 12 e-learning business leadership course. As always, you can find your weekly agenda located on the top of our activity feed right here in our Brightspace classroom. And it is expected that on a Monday morning or whenever you have your e-learning class in your school schedule, you're going to listen to this full instructional video and go through that weekly agenda. So this instructional video is in replacement for being in a regular classroom listening to me teach you and instruct you. So it is imperative, so important that you listen to this one video you have every week so you know exactly what my expectations are for you. Don't skip it, don't scroll through it, just listen, okay? So this is our week, and some important things I will note for some important changes for this week. So first of all, we are now all settled into our classroom. By now, my expectation of you is that you understand what my expectations are. So in this grade 12 classroom, this is an academic space. So I do expect professionalism. I expect that you're going through the lessons, that you're taking notes, that all of the weekly content that you do that is assigned that week is due the following Monday at 8 a.m. and you get all that weekly content done before you come to class the following Monday. Okay, that's really important that you meet those deadlines. You understand how to submit assignments in Dropbox, and that submission protocol is very important. That you understand the importance of class discussions, that you're always asking a question of your peers and you're reading and replying to at least 2 peer questions for full marks. And you understand, obviously, that every day in school, my expectation is that you are allocating 75 minutes per day to this class, Monday through Friday, to be successful. For this week, you are only required now to do one participation activity. So for the first 2 weeks, you had to do the attendance activity on each day that it's assigned in order to be marked as present for the day. Now moving forward for the rest of the course, great news, you will only have one for the entire week. So you do have to complete that attendance activity in order to be marked present for the entire week. And if you don't do it, you'll be marked as absent for the entire week. So I always recommend you get that done right away. Front load that with your week so you know you've gotten that done. So your attendance activity for the week is linked right in here is this Google form. All of the links are always available to you in our weekly calendar. Okay, so you're going to be going through that, and the attendance is based off of our theme for this week, which is oral communication. All right, so again, week 3, I've given you some intel here that's important to read. We're actually starting a project this week. In this class, you're going to be assessed in a variety of different ways. You've got class discussion posts, you've got badge activities, you've got, which are like your contextualized learning activities, you've got assignments, and you've got projects, you've got tests, and you've got your final 30. Assignments are usually weighted around 4 to 5% of your overall grade, whereas projects are usually anywhere between 8 to 10%. So you do really want to put a lot of effort into your class projects. So our theme of this week is class projects and also communication. Okay, so this week on Monday, you are assigned a lesson. And as I mentioned last week, for lessons in this class, they are in the form of slide decks. So you are responsible for going through the slide material. I usually make the slides material quite robust. There's lots of information. There's usually articles to read, as well as TED Talks or other videos for you to watch. You're expected to know all of the content from the articles, as well as the videos or TED Talks. And those videos and articles can come up in future assignments or exams, but tests as well, okay? So you're going to go through the slides, you're going to take notes, you're going to watch the videos, take notes, etc. Okay. In this slide deck, you're expected to watch the TED Talk, How Language Shapes the Way We Think, and you do need to take notes on that as well. And it's going to help you understand communication and the importance and significance of communication in business environments. And then you've got your first badge activity. A badge activity is a contextualized learning activity. These activities are divided into 2 terms, so term 1 and term 2. And basically, the idea behind these activities is that you are taking the stuff we're learning in class and then you're applying them so that you can contextualize that. They're really important to do, and they're really easy to do. Okay, they're not going to ask you to do citations or challenge you in any that way, but it's really just demonstrating your learning. And if you do them, and you do them well enough, of course, you'll be given 100% on that activity. So if, let's say for first term, you have 7 badge activities and you do all 7 of them well, that's going to be 100% for that mark for your first midterm. Okay, so really important, really easy ways of achieving marks, but important to your overall learning. So this is your first one. It's called the Dynamic New Workplace, and it's based off of our lesson from last week. So you'll have to go back to last week's notes from our lesson in order to answer these questions. This is also available for you in Dropbox. So this is where you'll be submitting your assignment in Dropbox, and you do have to use submission protocol for this as well. So you're going to complete it in a new Google document, share that with me, and then copy the link as your submission. Okay, so that's right here, Activity Badge 1, Dynamic New Workplace. That's your first assignment for the week. The second is your project, and your project you'll be working on for the rest of the week. So I do recommend you just get this done on Monday so you can focus the rest of the week on your first project. So I'll open this up, and again, just to demonstrate, since we're here, you can access your project right here in Dropbox as well. But like I've said to you before, everything's available to you, obviously, on the weekly calendar. And actually, while I'm here, I may as well show you, everything is also always available in content. I find that the weekly agendas are just much easier to use and to follow. They're always available for you here in content as well. But and I know mine looks a little bit different than yours, but all of the content we have also available throughout the courses is in this section here. I really prefer the weekly calendars, but you do you. All right, so here is our project for this first project, I should say, for the course. Okay, again, this is due Monday, September 25th at 8 a.m., just like your assignment is. And the focus of this project is on introducing you to me, using your oral communication strategies and skills, and also just bridging that communication gap. So this project is divided into 2 parts. You've got the first part, which is your infographic. So basically, you're going to be creating a visual demonstration that represents you. Okay, and this can be done in any visual format that you would like, but I do strongly recommend Canva. It's got incredible templates for business purposes. It's a great marketing tool for lots of business owners. You can create an account using your Halton District School Board as well as Halton District School Board email and password if you want to. It's usually what students do. And they just got a lot of really great templates that you can customize. So to customize your infographic, you need to include your name, usually in big, bold font, your age, your grade, strengths, what makes you stand out, what qualities about yourself make you feel confident, what doesn't work for you in the classroom or outside of life and in general, what challenges are you currently facing that you're trying to work through, a quote that most reflects who you are at this stage of your journey, a vision statement for what your goals are for the future, what works for you as a student, as a human, and what you're working on. All right. And so that has to be visually demonstrated to me in some way using words, imagery, images. I also highly recommend that you're strategic about the colors that you use. Make sure that they represent you as well as the fonts that you select. The second part is your life. I call it your life in pictures, but you're creating a video. This is a video presentation. In e-learning classrooms, it is important that you work, especially in business, on your communication. So how you orally communicate and in you doing presentations. In a regular classroom, you would be presenting in front of your peers, but in an e-learning classroom, you only have to present in front of me. So I have high expectations because I don't judge and I'm not showing your video to anyone. It's very important to me that I see you in your presentation. So you want to create a video much like I'm doing with Screencast or Screencastify. And that you don't rely on, reading off of things, that you are authentic, that you rehearse, and that you have great vocal intonation. These are extremely important oral communication qualities in a business student. So I would like to see that demonstrated in this assignment, okay? With this assignment, what you are going to be doing is you're going to take 5 photos from real time. So go about your life and take 5 photos that represent you at this particular time. So for example, if you work at McDonald's, you might take a picture of, walking into McDonald's at the start of your shift. Or if you go for morning runs, you might take a picture of your feet on the pavement on the morning before you go to school, right? And you're going to compile these photos in some sort of Google presentation or some sort of way. Okay, and then you're going to present them to me. So you're going to explain these images in a video presentation and tell me what these images mean and represent to you. Okay, I would recommend that you use Screencastify. It's a free Google Chrome extension that all students have access to. And again, it's what I'm using. If you prefer a different way of creating video, that's fine. You can also upload it to a YouTube channel and just mark it as unlisted, so I'm the only person that can see that. Otherwise, with Screencast, it automatically saves to Drive, and you can share it with me that way. Okay, so the video doesn't need to be longer than 2 to 3 minutes. Please don't make it too long. But again, this is an opportunity for me to really just get to know you and to see how you present in an oral communication fashion. Okay, the goal is to introduce yourself, be dynamic, and I do have that as an expectation. Your rubric is available both in Dropbox as well as on the assignment. So you've got the two components. You have to upload the infographic as well as the link to your video to your Dropbox submission. Okay, and that is the week for our class this week. You've got the lesson on the communication process. You've got the TED Talk to take notes on. You've got the badge activity based on our lesson from last week to submit in Dropbox. Obviously, you have your attendance or participation activity that you do for the whole week, and then you have your project. Everything is due next Monday, September 25th at 8 a.m. If you have any questions, you want to pop into a Google Meet, don't hesitate to email me. And I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you online.